dear children. Hope you are safe and sound. You are enjoying your online classes, isn't it? And you are doing your works on time. I know you are doing because you are very good children. Let us begin today's lesson. Before moving into the lesson, let me ask you something. How many of you like to read detective stories? To watch detective movies? Detective in the sense there is a private agent or a secret agent who is behind to solve any case or who has something important with him, enemies attacking him, there are fight scenes, playing with gadgets, pistols, cracking, there will be secret messages, pigeons or secret ladies coming and giving him messages, so and so on. There will be suspense, we will be eagerly waiting to know what is going to happen. I too like, and I know you also like to watch. So when I say a secret agent or a private detective, whose image comes to your mind? For me, it is James Bond 007, the handsome looking guy who is very nice to fight, adventurous rides and fights with, and he has a lot of gadgets in his hand, so on. Everyone will have a set of image when I say a secret agent. If I ask small children, they will say Geronimo Stilton. So, I know what you are thinking. Yes, what you are thinking is right. Today, we are going to deal with a small story about a secret agent. Take the third lesson from your textbook, Supplementary Reader. From your Supplementary Reader, Footprints Without Feet. The name of our lesson is The Midnight Visitors, written by Robert Arthur. Robert Arthur is an American writer. He is well known for his mysterious stories and speculative fiction. Before moving into the story, let us meet the characters. First, main character, the protagonist of our story, Ausable, a secret agent, Fowler, a writer, and Max with another secret agent. When we begin the lesson with Fowler, the young and romantic writer, is on his way to meet Ausable. He has already reached and met Ausable. So, when Fowler was on his way to meet Ausable, Fowler had a lot of concepts or expectations in his mind about a secret agent, just like us. But when he met Ausable, everything was lost because Ausable was not up to the expectation of Fowler. He didn't look like a secret agent. He looked like an ordinary person. He was very fat. He spoke French and German fluently, but he hadn't lost his American accent. So in the beginning of the story, Fowler and Ausable was moving on to their room. Yes, in movies we have watched that most of the secret agents' rooms are always luxurious. They will be living in hi-fi hotels. Here it is the opposite. Ausable had a small room. The sixth floor, it was the topmost floor of that gloomy French hotel. Disappointment. So who is disappointed here? Yes, it is Fowler who is disappointed. Ausable understood that Fowler might be disappointed. Why was Fowler disappointed? Because Fowler had heard about Ausable. He was a secret agent. He deals with danger. He will be a mysterious figure. And there will be crack of pistols and drugs in the wine, so and so on. But nothing of that sort happened here. And do you know why Fowler is there? Fowler, the young and romantic writer, met Ausable to learn about the life of a secret agent. He was there to know how a life of a secret agent was, and he was expecting some adventures too there. And now Fowler had to spend a dull evening in a French music hall with a fat man. Who is that fat man? Yes, it is our protagonist of our story, Ausable. Ausable assumes the Fowler has been bored. Ausable understood that Fowler has been bored. So in order to cheer him up, Fowler tells about an important paper. Ausable tells Fowler that an important paper was about to arrive, for which several men and women have risked their life. It is going to affect the course of the history. Fowler was happy because he is going to witness something. So they have already reached their room. I told you they were moving through the corridor. Now they have reached the room. There, Fowler gets his first authentic drill. Ausable opens the door and switches on the light. Fowler gets his first authentic drill. Why? There stood a man halfway across the room with a pistol in his hand. Ausable blinked for a minute. Fowler was really terrified. Who was standing there? Yes, the third character of our story. Max was standing there. Ausable asked Max, "What are you doing here in my room? I thought you were in Berlin." So who is Max? Max in the room. Max was another secret agent. He was slender, short and featured like a fox. So we can understand how Max looked. He stood there with a gun. He asked Ausable about the report. That report that was going to arrive that night, and according to Max, it contained something concerned about new missiles. He told Ausable that paper will be safe with me than yours. So I want that paper. So now you have understood why Max was there. Max was there to steal that important paper. Now Ausable seemed relaxed. He moved an armchair and he sat there and told Max, "Oh, this was the second time someone is intruding into my room through that balcony." He pointed a window there. And he told that balcony does not belong to me. It belonged to the next apartment. Fowler looked at the balcony. Nothing was there. It looked an ordinary window. It was dark outside. But Ausable did not change any. There was no feeling or no expression changes in his face. He again started to tell that clever story. So the clever story. Ausable told Max that there is a balcony under that window, and that does not belong to me. It belongs to the next apartment, and anyone can enter into my room through that balcony. And last month, one person already had entered into his room, and he had complained this to the management, and management has promised Ausable that they will block that balcony. And now, according to Ausable, they have forgot about it, and Max have entered inside this room through that balcony. But Max was not ready to accept it. He told that, "No, I came into the room through a spare key, not through the balcony." And again, so Fowler again looked at the window. He didn't find anything special there. Next, there starts the wait. Max waved the gun at Fowler and told him, "Take a chair and sit, because they have to wait for that important paper to arrive, and it will take half an hour." So everyone was eagerly waiting. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Fowler jumped at hearing that knocking. Max was also frightened, but Ausable seemed cool. He sat there smiling and told that, "Yes, the police have arrived, and I have called the police for extra protection." Why extra protection? Because that much important that paper was. Max became nervous. Max's face turned black with anger, because he knew that if the police comes inside the room, they will surely shoot him, because he was standing there with a gun. Max moved swiftly towards that window. He warned Ausable to send that police away, or else he will shoot them. The knocking became louder and louder. Max jumped out the balcony. Max kept his body twisted. The gun was still pointing at the secret agent and his guest. Max grasped the frame of the window with one of his withered free hand to support himself, swung his one leg up and waved the windowsill and caught the windowsill to balance him. He pushed his left hand to himself from the windowsill and dropped to the balcony. There was a scream heard. He jumped from the window into the balcony, and only a scream was heard. The door was open and the waiter came. The waiter was standing there with a tray of a bottle of wine and 2 glasses, and told Ausable that, "Sir, this is the drink you have ordered." He kept the tray on the table and uncorked the bottle, and he went away. Fowler did not know what was happening. He was afraid. He was completely out of his mind. His face became white. His stared at Ausable and asked him, "What is happening? You told it was police. Where is the police? And what about Max?" Ausable very calmly told that there was no police. I knew it was the waiter because I have ordered the drink and I was expecting him too. And about Max, he won't return. Because, yes, because there is no balcony under that window. So you might understood where Max have reached. Yes, somebody jumping from the 6th floor where he will reach direct to down. And what has happened to Max? Of course, he is dead. I hope you have understood the lesson, isn't it? So what is the message Robert Arthur want to convey through this lesson? Yes, we should have a presence of mind. We should not be frightened. We should not go out concentration. We have to act accordingly with a presence of mind. Yes, if Ausable hasn't acted like that, if he has acted like what we will do, we'll be frightened, we'll become nervous, we will be completely out of our mind. The things will be opposite. But here, Ausable used his presence of mind and acted accordingly. He saved that important paper and also he put an end to his enemy. Yes, that is the message of the story. Hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you, my dear children. Stay home, stay safe.